guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any new videos. So today we're going to be talking about what you need for a bearded dragon. And apparently a dog who will not let me film a video. Ugh. So the first thing you're going to need is obviously a vivarium. Now the minimum size requirements for a vivarium is a 40-gallon breeder. But recommended size is a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. I currently have Irwin in a 75-gallon. It's specifically made for reptiles, although the main thing that I don't like about it is that it's reflective. I do plan to upgrade him in the near future, but right now he's pretty happy in here, and he does pretty well with it. And pardon my bird, by the way, we are in my pet room. The next thing you're gonna need is a basking light and a UVB light. So I personally recommend a 100-watt basking bulb in a dome. Unfortunately, it kind of depends on the size of your tank. So I actually need 2 basking bulbs because I have a bigger tank. One I believe is 100-watt and one I think is a 65-watt. But then there are also UVB lights, and I personally do not recommend the coil UVB lights like the small light bulbs. I recommend a long tube UVB light. You can get T8 or T5. There are some differences there, and I am going to do a bearded dragon light video just so everyone can know kind of what their light requirements are and what they don't need and what you absolutely shouldn't get. So yeah, I will link that down below as well when it is done and uploaded. The next thing you're going to need is some kind of substrate. So if you're on a budget or you just need something quick and easy, paper towels, newspaper, things like that will work just fine. There are also things like Repticarpet, which is what I currently have in Irwin's tank here. Also things like slate tile and non-adhesive shelf liner. I personally recommend the Repticarpet. I really like it, but I am debating trying the shelf liner or tile very soon. Loose substrate is quite the controversy in the reptile world. I personally do not recommend loose substrate just because I don't really feel like impaction is worth the risk. If you didn't know, with things like calcium sand, things like that, they can eat it. Bearded dragons tend to go around and really lick their surroundings to figure out what's what, and they can eat sand, and if they do, then unfortunately they may get an impaction, which is basically being really badly constipated, and they may end up having to have surgery or even die from it. The next thing you're going to need is a hammock or a rock or something for them to bask on, because they really need to be able to get up closer to the light in order to get the proper heat and UVB. The next thing you're going to want to get is a hide. So unfortunately I broke Irwin's hide the other day when I was cleaning it, so he needs a new one, but they sell little like half logs at the pet store, and they just kind of are shaped like this, and they can just go underneath there and hide. Hides are really good for if they just really need to get out of the heat, or even if they're going into brumation. That way they have a place that they can kind of get away from everything, be cool, and just relax, or they could even just go into it just because. The next thing you're going to need is a food and water dish. So Irwin's are right over here. The food dish is for greens, salad, you know, whatever you're giving your bearded dragon. I will be doing a full video on what to feed your bearded dragons, so please stay tuned for that. I will go ahead and link it in the description when it's done and upload it. Some people do not keep a water dish in their vivarium because it can raise humidity, and humidity can cause respiratory infections in bearded dragons. However, I feel like humidity is fairly easy to fix, so I personally prefer to offer a water dish at all times. Next thing you're going to need is calcium, and I'm going to show you which one I have. I currently only have one with D3, but you probably should also have one without D3, so this is the one that I currently have. for Irwin. And I really like it. I mean, it's good. He doesn't show any signs of MBD. I have pretty proper husbandry and just, you know, he's pretty healthy. So I like this one. It's the Fluckers, however you pronounce it, Repticalcium with vitamin D3. But yeah, so I like it. I am going to look into trying other brands of calcium, but this is the first thing of calcium that I've bought, and it's lasted me 4 months, and it's still about halfway full, so I guess we'll see when it becomes empty. Obviously, the next thing you're gonna need is food. So when it comes to food, insects are your best bet. I keep mine right underneath Irwin here. I have a dubia roach colony, and I will occasionally buy crickets. Now, I will be honest with you guys, I hate crickets. But, you know, it is what it is. My dubia roach colony isn't really fully established yet, so I need to kind of supplement with stuff so that I don't kind of dwindle down my colony. If you guys want a video on the colony, by the way, let me know down below. I've been thinking about making videos on it anyway, and just kind of how I did it. They're pretty easy, and yeah. And then the last thing you're gonna need is a thermometer. So I have 2 in here, well 3 technically. I have one over here to measure his cool side, one back there to measure his warm side, which is the area down here, not the basking area, and then I measure his basking area with a little white thermometer up here. And that just kind of sits on his hammock and lets me know what the temperature is. Right now it's 100 degrees, which is really great. Some people recommend a temp gun. I think we're doing okay with these. I am kind of looking into getting a temp gun anyway, so I guess I'll let you guys know which one I get, and I will link it down below. These ones are just the Accurite thermometers. If you just search Accurite digital thermometer or something like that, it should pop up on Amazon. I will try to link this down below. Alright guys, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll see you guys in a later video. Thank you so much for watching.